Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Miranda and I teach about anything and everything related to the trucking industry and how to navigate it. So if this is a topic that interests you, feel free to subscribe down below. Well, today is going to be a story time, which I don't usually do on this channel, but you know what? This is also going to be kind of a public service announcement for anyone who is in this industry. I still can't believe this happened to us, but I think this is extremely important to talk about so that you guys don't run into the same issue. You guys have probably all heard about double brokering, but the thing is there are so many other scams out there, it's not even funny. And guess who fell victim to one of those scams? Yep, yours truly. So why don't we get into it? Ready? Let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna get comfortable here because I'm about to tell you a beautiful story. So about a week ago, one of our amazing team members, Richard, sent me a video that I will attach down below. And basically, this is a video about a new scam going around where it's not brokers that are scamming you, but other carriers. Basically, a carrier will pretend to be a broker, sell another carrier a load, and then the original carrier gets paid but doesn't actually pay the guy who actually transported the load. I really encourage you guys to watch that video. Again, the link is down below, and thank you so much to Richard for sending it to me. And of course, I need to mention this. After I received the video, I watched it. We proceeded to have a conversation with Richard about how important it is to do due diligence on a broker to make sure that they have a normal credit score, that they have a normal days to pay, that they have been in business for long enough so that you avoid working with brokers who just popped up out of nowhere and have a bad credit score and you don't even know anything about them. And of course, when talking about this, I was so damn proud of myself about how I never fell into one of those scams in the 3+ years that I've been in this industry, because I'm so good at doing my due diligence and checking brokers. And well, then God decided to teach me a lesson. So something I want to note, my instincts are always on point. Honestly, I have not had a single time where my instinct betrayed me. So let me tell you the story. So usually what I do is when an invoice is coming due, like a week before, I will start calling the broker to find out whether they're going to pay on time. And after having this conversation with Richard, after he sent me a video, literally a warning light went off in my head because I realized that I haven't called this one broker that we did a load for, and the invoice for that broker was coming due in a few days. I don't know why a warning light went off in my head about this particular brokerage. I don't know what it was. It was just an instinct. So of course I decided to call them to ask them about this load. When is it going to be paid? Will it be paid on time? It's coming due in a couple of days. Now, a bit of a backstory on this particular brokerage. They have a credit score of 97. They factor their loads, so that's totally fine. RTS factors loads with them, so that is a good green flag there. Their days to pay are usually 21 days, and they have been in business since 2010. So basically, it's a clean broker. So when I called them to ask about this invoice that was coming due, they could not find the load in their system. So I decided to name the actual broker I was in contact with when booking the load. And that's when shit hit the fan. The response I got, and of course I'm paraphrasing here, is basically, "Oh, you're not the first one to call us about this guy. He has never worked in our brokerage and he has been setting up carriers with our carrier packet, and we have no idea how he got a hold of that carrier packet, but this is not someone who has worked in our company." Then they proceeded to tell me how this guy is a fraud and how they already filed a complaint, etc., etc. At the end of this whole ordeal, they encouraged me to call the shipper, and they said that they have been encouraging every carrier who dealt with this particular broker to call the shipper to get paid. Oh man. So me being the half Ukrainian, half Georgian, hot-tempered chick that I am, I nearly blew a gasket once I got off the phone. My poor office walls will never forgive me. What they heard that day, no one should ever hear in their life. So basically, long story short, now I'm kind of in between people. I called the shipper. I had to explain to them the situation. They proceeded to tell me that this is not the first time this kind of thing happens to them. They had to give me the phone number of the customer who is actually in charge of payments. I had to convince the customer that I am not a fraud myself. He actually asked me, "Are you trying to scam me?" I'm like, "I'm not. I promise I'm not." Basically, it's a whole thing, and now I'm in limbo waiting to see who the hell is going to pay us. I know I'm laughing, you guys, and probably most of you will think that I'm completely cuckoo, but you know what? If I don't laugh at myself and the situations that happen, I'm going to be the most depressed person out there. So you know what? It's better to laugh than to cry. So I'll continue doing what I'm doing. So another few things I need to mention. When I need to, I become Sherlock Holmes. Obviously, I started digging like crazy, and guess what I found? I'm actually going to share the screenshot right now. This is something that I found in Google. Now, this is not the same brokerage that I booked the load through. This is a completely different brokerage. Clearly, this piece of shit is stealing carrier packets and pretending to be a broker in different companies using the same contact number, but a different email and a different name. So if you get a call from this number, just block it, delete it. It's a scam, not a real load. So how do you protect yourself from such an elaborate scam? And I call it an elaborate scam because what do we do as carriers? What is our job when it comes to doing our due diligence? It's checking the brokerage, right? So what do you do when someone like this steals carrier packets from established brokerages that are completely normal? They pass every single due diligence test there is. How can you tell that a particular broker, an individual, actually works within a particular company? Well, the video that I'm attaching down below explains it perfectly. You have to be aware of, and you have to do a couple of things. So the first thing you need to be aware of is posting your truck. Now, these scam artists, they do not actually have access to the brokerage to post the load. So what they end up doing is they end up calling the posted trucks, pretending to be part of a normal brokerage, and then they send you the stolen carrier packet and a rate confirmation. What you need to do is when you receive a rate confirmation, there's going to be the company number at the top, right? Do not call that number. What you need to do is you need to go to Safer. I hope you guys know what Safer is. It's a way to see the company snapshot of a brokerage or a carrier. Go to Safer and call the phone number that is listed under the Safer website that is related to that particular brokerage. When you call that phone number, you have to ask, does this individual work in this company? If yes, wonderful. If not, then throw that rate confirmation away. I'm still in shock that this could have happened to us. And this is not because I feel like I'm so amazing and how could this have happened to me? No, it's not about that. It's more like I try to see the best in the world and I try to see the best in people. So it baffles me when I come across situations like this. It just doesn't fit into my head that there are people like this out there. I really hope that this dude, whoever he is, gets caught. Sometimes the most important lessons are learned in the harshest of ways. But you know what? I am actually, as weird as it sounds, I'm so glad that this happened to us, because me being the stubborn mule that I am, I will never allow this to happen again. It's bad enough dealing with normal brokers who try to make you work for free. I don't need some charlatan coming into the mix and adding to the already less than ideal situation. Anyway, guys, I apologize for the ranting, but I felt like this is one of those videos that needed to be out there. Don't make the same mistake I did. Double check and triple check everything. That's what I'm going to do. I did not know that this could even be a possibility. I mean, this kind of scam, what do you check? You have to now check every single broker you work with. But you know what? If that's a way to protect your butt, that's what you have to do. Anyway, enough of me rambling. I'll see you all in the next video.